Okay, let's be real. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, your computer screen probably looks a little chaotic right now, doesn't it? Maybe 20 tabs open, each one with a different guru telling you the one secret to success. It's just information overload. Well, today, we're going to close all those tabs. We're going to focus on one single, powerful blueprint that's designed to cut right through all that noise. You know that feeling when you're trying everything, you're putting in the work, but nothing seems to connect? That moment where you're just so close to throwing in the towel? Yeah, that feeling stops right here, right now. We are going to move you from a world of guessing to a world of scaling, using a clear, actionable path. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to dive into what's called the new attention economy. Then we'll get into mastering the big platforms. After that, I'm going to show you this awesome method for marketing with zero budget. Then we'll talk about how to let data, not your gut, make the decisions. And finally, we'll lock in the mindset that turns this whole blueprint into a real, breathing business. Okay, let's kick things off with the new reality of marketing. The game has been completely, totally changed by the explosion of short-form content. You know, things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. This is the new world we're playing in, and everything starts here. 3 seconds. That's it. Seriously, that is the entire window you have to grab someone's attention and stop them from scrolling past you. The modern attention span has shrunk, and if you don't adapt to this one simple fact, you're already playing from behind. And here's what that really means, and it's a big one. Your opening hook, what you say or show in those first 3 seconds, is now the most important part of your ad. It's almost more important than the product itself. I mean, think about it. You could have the best product in the world, but if you can't win that initial battle for attention, nobody will ever even see it. So you've figured out how to hook them in. Now what? Well, it's not just about getting their attention. It's about speaking the right language on the right platform. It's kind of like this. You wouldn't talk the same way at a fancy formal dinner as you would hanging out with your best friends, right? Well, that same rule applies to platforms like Meta and TikTok. These platforms are really two different worlds. So on Meta, that's your Facebook and your Instagram, you're generally talking to millennials. They expect polished, high-quality visuals and pretty direct ads that clearly spell out the features and benefits. But then you jump over to TikTok, and it's a whole different vibe. It's a Gen Z space. Your content can't even feel like an ad. It has to be raw, look like something a regular user just filmed on their phone, and it's all about storytelling, like a personal recommendation from a friend. But what if you're just starting out? Like you have a $0 budget. No problem at all. The most powerful tool you have is probably already in your pocket. So let's talk about a strategy you can use to build some incredible momentum without spending a single dime on ads. This is called the 30-on-1 method, and it is so simple, it's brilliant. First step, just pick one platform. That's it. Don't try to be everywhere at once. Second, you're going to commit to posting 5 short videos a day, every single day for 30 days straight. Third, mix up your posting times, try even hours, odd hours, to see when your audience is most active. And last, just watch the data. See what people are actually responding to. Now here's the real magic behind this. You're not just posting content randomly, you're actually conducting free market research. Every single view, every like, every comment, that's a data point. It's telling you exactly what your audience finds interesting or funny or valuable. This is pure gold that you're going to use to create absolute killer paid ads when you're ready to scale. Okay, so you've done the organic work. You've got a really good feel for what resonates with people. Now it's time to pour some fuel on the fire with paid ads. But we are not going to guess. We're going to let the data lead the way with something called the creative spin test. So how do you avoid that classic mistake of just burning through cash on ads that go nowhere? The answer is pretty simple. You stop relying on your gut feeling, and you start relying on cold, hard, real-world data. The creative spin test is way simpler than it sounds. All you do is create a bunch of different versions of your ad, different hooks, different visuals, different angles, and then you run them all at the same time in one campaign. You don't pick the winner. You let your audience's actions and the platform's algorithm declare the winner for you. So the process looks just like this. You load all those different ads into one single campaign. You just let it run and do its thing, gathering data. Then you look for the ad that's getting you the cheapest results, the lowest cost per add to cart, or even better, per purchase. Once you find that one clear winner, you turn off all the losers and you push your entire budget to the one ad that's already proven to work. This protects your budget and it maximizes every single dollar you spend. All right, we have covered a lot of ground.
We've talked tactics, we've talked strategy. But to turn this whole blueprint into an actual business, there is one final piece of the puzzle that ties it all together, and that's having the right mindset. Look, building a real business is not some get-rich-quick scheme. There are going to be challenges. There will absolutely be ads that fail. You're going to hit hurdles. But you have to remember that old saying, you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. You can't get to the success without navigating through the difficulties. Resilience is everything. So I've given you the map, a clear blueprint to get you from point A to point B. But a map is totally useless if the car just sits in the driveway, right? The engine that's actually going to drive your success isn't the strategy, it's your consistency in applying it, day in and day out. The map is in your hands. Now, where are you going to drive?